What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ro Talk. Here at Ro Talk, me being Ro tells you all the news that you need to know about One Piece. And guys, this week's chapter will be our last chapter for a month. We will be going on a month hiatus because Oda is taking some time. Like I said in my last video, just go back and watch the last video and you can understand why we're going on a month hiatus. But have no fear, this chapter was great though. This chapter will get us over for this whole month that we had to wait until the next chapter. And guys, it was phenomenal. One more time, it was phenomenal. Round of applause for Oda with this chapter because it got me hyped. Every page of this chapter had me so hyped about it. And I cannot wait to talk about this with you guys, my Nakama, my friends, my family. I cannot wait to talk about this chapter with you guys. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into chapter 1053 of One Piece. Let's go! Happy June 19th to everybody that's out there celebrating this glorious, wonderful day that we have. And we also do have a double whammy with today being Father's Day. Shout out to all the dads out there just being great, being an awesome dads that you are. And shout out to my father for being a great father that he is as well too. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we wish you nothing but the best on y'all Father's Day. Let's get into One Piece now. And you already know this chapter is amazing because the first page that we have is Big News Morgan. And Big News Morgan is going to give you the right source that you need from the news. And he is not going to drop the ball when he get any little bit of information. He would not let the government manipulate the story into the wrong information. Shout out to him being a great news reporter that he is. And one of the bald Gorosei members was trying to cover up, it looks like Luffy's name. That's what I'm guessing right now because Luffy is the only person that has the D initial in his name. And he is trying to cover that up. He's saying not to put that letter D into the newspaper and let all the civilians know about this, and which has great importance to it because the D is supposed to be a rival to them. And when you have somebody rival to them, you don't want to give them as much power. And especially if you know your world government is a shady group and they doing a lot of things behind the scenes, and now you got their rivals coming out of nowhere, and it looks like people will just jump onto that other side because the world government has been doing such a bad job. And Big News Morgan is not going to reprint the information after listening to the higher ups, his higher ups. He's not going to do that. He's going to get the source out and he's not going to listen to that. And the papers are out for the public to read about the initial of the D, and that is going to be huge in the world, and especially all Luffy followers will vouch for Luffy, and that's going to be a new rise of the D members. And I think this is going to be the turning page of the civilians siding with whoever has the D initial, or some of the people have D initial. And the last great thing that we have here on this page, because I told you this week has a lot of stuff going on. It looks like one of the CP0 agent ships went missing after they encountered Big Mom's pirate ship. So what could that mean? That could mean many things. It could mean that Big Mom's pirate crew could have just stopped the CP0 agents and took over the whole ship, one, or Big Mom herself was saved by her pirate crew and then they stopped the CP0 agents. So it's a lot of mystery that's going on with that. I think we definitely will have a conclusion to what happened with that later on down the story. And one more time, when Big News Morgan is inside this story, he is definitely dropping gems, and he has the new bounties for Luffy, Kid, and Law, and they all share the exact same amount, and that is 3 billion berries. 3 billion berries, guys. This is the end game type of level of a bounty when it's put on your head. I really would have thought that Luffy would have got a higher one since he did go 1v1 versus Kaido towards the end. And he is more of a person that promised everybody stuff, and he did more things in the past to deserve a higher one. But they are all on equal terms now, and I think this is way of Oda keeping more interesting between Law Kid and Luffy, saying they are rivals at this point. And now this is when Luffy is going to be able to start spacing himself away from his rivals at this moment. And it's going to be great to start seeing this, because this is and this will be the last arc when Oda comes back from his hiatus for a month. In the midst of everybody celebrating at this moment, you can see Jinbei is eating at this fancy Japanese style of a restaurant, and he's the only one there out of respect of tradition, and that looks good and all. And then we can see Luffy and Chopper getting their dance on and eating good at the festival, which is all cool. But meanwhile, while they're all celebrating, Nico Robin is at work, and I wasn't ready for this. I really wasn't expecting this to happen this soon. I thought we was probably gonna get more of something like this and when we come back from the break, but we got it here in this chapter. And guys, let me tell you right now, when my jaw hit the ground, I was really shocked about that information. Because while Nico Robin was looking at the Koki's dolls, I'm probably butchering that. It's like a Japanese doll that Hitetsu was collecting. And he came downstairs and he was like, "Hey, Nico Robin, I see that you are looking at my collection that I've been saving up all this time." And she was like, "Oh, hold up. How you know my name?" And this is what I got a little weird feelings from Hitetsu. It was just starting not to add up to me, because he just never really answered the question. And when you ask a person a question and they don't answer it, they just start going off topic and never coming back to the topic. They are trying to hide something. And that's how I feel about when he did that. But then he starts telling his sad backstory about how he was in prison and here for 7 years, where Nico Robin is at. And that is when Hitetsu said, "I was in prison here for several years." And Nico Robin was like, "You was in prison here for 7 years? I thought you was a blacksmith." And he was like, "Yeah, I have some skills around the blade, and that's because, I am Kokoshi Suyaki." And when he said that, everybody in the One Piece world kind of already thought that he was Odin's father, but we just really didn't have any proof. And this is our proof now. It's very evident that he is Odin's father. When he was in prison down there, Orochi must have just put him in prison, not really killing him. And he was down there to suffer and see his whole country just go to ruin. And that is kind of sad to see. And he never really brought back his power or rulership, because he said it was over. Like, the whole land was over. His son had just died, and he couldn't just come up front and be like, "Hey, yes, I was the once ruler of this, and I'm back." People he didn't think the people would have accepted that at that time, which is kind of sad. And as he's going home with this, it was just really funny to see. I mean, not funny. It was just very straightforward and direct with Nico Robin. This man was just saying that he was about to commit seppuku, and she's like, "Shut up, talk about that real quick. I want you to tell me, where is Pluton at? Is it here at Wano? I heard it's supposed to be here." And he was like, "Yes, it is here." Pluton, guys, if you don't know, Pluton is an ancient weapon. There are 3 of them. One of them that we know for sure is Poseidon. And Poseidon is the mermaid princess, and she's able to use up all the giant sea giants that's bigger than mountains and use them to however she wants. That's one of the ancient weapons. The second ancient weapon that we know a little bit about is because of Frankie and back at Water 7, and about the whole story about that. It's supposed to be a powerful pirate ship, or a battleship that is able to destroy islands very easily. And that is what is at Wano at this moment. And the only reason why Robin knows that is because of Alabasta. When she went to Alabasta and read the poneglyph there, the poneglyph said that the Pluton will be at Wano. And then Hitetsu confirms on it. I'm sorry, not Hitetsu. Koizuki Suyaki, he confirms it and saying that yes, it is at Wano. And that was it from the interaction. And guys, like, if the Straw Hats get their hands on whatever type of ancient weapon this is right now, hey, just look out. Just look out. Like, their crew is just freaking crazy. We have Luffy, we have Zoro, we have Sanji, we have Yamato, Jinbei. I'm gonna just stop right there because it's just gonna get long-winded if I go down the whole list. But they already have that. Now they gonna have some allied force with an ancient weapon. And they already have another ally with the Poseidon. She's already on Luffy's side. And now they will have another allied ancient weapon with Pluton. Like, guys, come on. Do you not see the end game of this? It's literally going to happen. And what I can start seeing now is that the fact they're going to have Poseidon and a Pluton weapon, that wall is going to come down. That wall that the Gorosei is on all the way in the mountain, that's coming down to level. That's what I see now, because those are two powerful weapons right there. And I believe that is what the purpose of those ancient weapons will be able to do, as well as protecting Wano at this moment, because Wano does still need protecting when Luffy has to leave Wano. But wait, there's more, guys.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
That is great that we have information on Pluton, and Pluton is going to be in effect later on down the story. It's going to seem like it's going to be here more quicker now, but what's going to be even more quicker than that is Green Bull has been in Wano. He's not flying in the sky anymore. He's down on the ground taking care of some business. He has the weakened king and queen looking like they're mummies at this point with his devil fruit powers. And just to take a little stab at it, it looks like he has some type of plant creature or some type of vegetation devil fruit power that he's able to, at this moment, look like he has like vines going into their bodies and sucking out life force out their body. And king and queen are looking very bad at this moment, which is not really shocking, guys, if you really think about it. Green Bull doing this to king and queen. One, there already was weakened at the moment when Green Bull met him. They was fighting against Sanji, Zoro, and Marco. So they still were beaten at that moment. And then here comes an admiral coming to get him. Okay, that's one thing. And one other thing, even though if they were fully healthy, we had Marco the Phoenix was fighting against them 2v1 when they was kind of healthy. When King and Queen was kind of healthy, Marco was taking care of them by themselves. Now we have an admiral in the picture and they weaker. So what do you think is going to happen? Like, obviously, come on now, this is what's going to happen. Do not draw too much into how strong Green Bull is. He is an admiral. He's probably still in the top 10 area, but do not put too much effort into believing that Green Bull is going to be coming in and hurting whoever is on Luffy's side at this moment. Anything, he might hurt somebody like Kid or Law just because they might just try to go fight him or stop him from fighting against Luffy, give Luffy a little break. But I just really don't see it working out like that at all. And I'll tell you about that a little bit more. I got a little excited to talk about Green Bull right there, because I know a lot of people is going to try to push that agenda that Green Bull is going to be top 5 or something, some weird stuff. But no, just believe that Green Bull is still, like, he's still respected, but he don't not put him all the way up there just because you see how bad King and Queen is at this moment. And as Green Bull is sucking the life out of King and Queen at this moment, he is on the phone with whoever it may be, telling them to bring him some battleships to Wano. He says, do not tell Susaki about this. He said he just wanted to make that guy proud. It seemed like he is like a fanboy right now. Green Bull is like a fanboy Suzaki, and I think that's kind of right, because if you did have somebody that you are in the same alliance with, and then they are on top of the chain, you would try to make them happy. And just think about if somebody like Sanji is doing that with Luffy. That's kind of right. I don't think it's wrong for him being a fanboy like that. It serves its purpose. He wants his higher ups to see how well they work. But I really believe this is going to backfire on him instantly, and that's because y'all forget Luffy is a Yonko. He is forgetting that Luffy is a Yonko right now. So that little Admiral stuff that you got going on over there, that's nice and all, but this is Yonko territory now, so you better watch yourself. And he has to go through a lot of people just to get to Luffy, and he does not have that numbers to do that whatsoever. Just Sanji and Jinbei alone, I feel like, will be enough to take care of Green Bull, and we don't have to worry about that as well. In the midst of the celebration, as we continue to see the festival going on and on, Kid is heated for some odd reason, and he goes to try to fight Luffy during the festival, but Luffy is not having it. He's just a gullible person. He's just out there having fun. He thinking that Kid is going up there to have fun with him, so he grabs him like a little friendly headlock, and he's got his drinks in the air, and he's just having a great time. But then Kid has to get serious. He said, no, I did not come here to have a party with you. I came here to fight you. And then he shoves some papers in Luffy's face. And guys, behold the new 4 emperors that we have in One Piece. With most respect, it goes to Shanks, Luffy, Blackbeard. And then this is when things got a little funny. And that's because the last emperor, not Kid, not Law, not even somebody like Weevil or Mihawk, it is Buggy the Clown. And that is just right out funny. Last time that Luffy fought Buggy, that was in the beginning of the story, and that was like Luffy's like first like real serious fight, and Luffy watched him real quick and super easy, and ever since then, Buggy has been just like a gag every time he pulls up to a fight. He always is that person that is seeming like he's very tough, but he's the first one to probably run in the opposite direction. But he, for some odd reason, every time he speaks to people, it manifests them, and he is just so just gets in their head basically, and making it seem like he is already emperor before he was even an emperor. He just seemed like he knew everything about that. And I feel like Oda is doing like some weird reverse psychology, or making us look another way when he's really doing the trick over here. And that's because Buggy always, like I told you guys before, Buggy is always like just a character that runs the opposite direction when the tough gets going. He always just wanted treasure and gold. He was never really a fighter, since I don't see him actually, how could he ever be an emperor? But what I feel like actually why he's an emperor is either 2 things. It's because it's actually all lies. Don't forget that Rayleigh and Goldie Roger and all the Shanks and him was all on the exact same King of the Pirates pirate crew. So that has to hold some type of weight when it comes down to that. They had to have some strength. And we already saw that Shanks was trying to recruit Buggy back when he was just about to start his pirate crew. So it could just be all lies, that Buggy could just be acting like he is weak, but he's really deep down strong. Let's be honest with that. That could actually hold some weight to it like that. Or the second thing is Oda's continuous this gag, and then for some odd reason, it's going to be working out in this way, that during the whole Wano, or when Big Mom was fighting, when they had the whole Cake Island, something happened when Buggy, meaning that Buggy probably accidentally got to Mary Joa and fought and helped probably like Sabo or something like that, and or like he made it into the Elbaf and he got more giants on his side. It's just some type of weird way that Bucky probably made himself more powerful than he really is. He is just like the character that was the start of when they was about to go to the New World in Sabaody, when we had that fake Luffy imposter, and he was just acting all tough and acting like Luffy, and he was just using that name of Luffy to get all his people on his pirate crew. And I believe that's exactly how Buggy is probably acting. Buggy is probably making himself look like a giant by using his devil fruit powers and making him look like he's very strong. And we actually seen that before. But I just really curious though exactly why the world put him as a new emperor, and it's just really crazy to see. And shout out to Goldie Roger and Rayleigh for having Shanks, Buggy, and now Luffy as the new emperor. Just imagine Rayleigh had hands in that pot with all of them. He had Shanks, he had Buggy, and he had Luffy, and they all are emperors now. He has 3 of the 4 emperors in the game. That just straight teacher of teachers right there. Rayleigh is that guy. And the last panels that we have Green Bull is continuously making his move to the celebration of Wano, the festival of Wano. And he is saying right now, he's that they are celebrating right now while the world government is unholy at this moment. And guys, if you pay attention real closely until when Green Bull is walking, like I predicted in my last chapter review, go back and watch that if you haven't, is that he has the power to grow things. And Wano is very devastated with all the things that Kaido has eradicated from that country and that island. And there's no crops, there is no real vegetation of life, and Green Bull has the power of vegetation. And as you looking at him walk, you can see little grass is starting to develop as he's walking. And I believe in some type of way, maybe doing a fight with somebody, Green Bull will go all out and accidentally heal the whole entire Wano country. Or the second thing is that Green Bull is really just going to probably be a gag character once again. Oda loves his gag characters. Maybe he said he would never eat again until a woman actually offers him food. So maybe during the whole festival, a woman will approach Green Bull and then give us some food, and then Green Bull just to have like some type of gaggy quirk that he is like, oh no, I ain't fighting no more. A woman gave him food, and then there's just gonna be a funny little scene about that, and then he would just not accidentally at that point, but he was intentionally grow the whole Wano country back into its former glory. Last thing I want to mention before, guys, I let you go, is just the fact that Pluto is here at Wano, and that's another reason why I really feel like Green Bull will have no effect here whatsoever in Wano, is because they have a ancient weapon, and I do not believe Green Bull can rival an ancient weapon. So just let that go. I don't believe Green Bull will have any really serious impact in the story after in Wano, and it just doesn't seem like it will add up. And Green Bull, if Green Bull does actually have an effect of Wano when we get back from this month hiatus, he's definitely, I believe that would mean him stronger than an emperor. He'd be a top 2 strongest people in One Piece, because he has to go through so much. He has to go through Luffy, he has to go through Zoro, he has to go through Kid Law. That's too much for one person to go through, and that's not going to happen. So that's why I'm not even really looking at serious into Green Bull at this time. But guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this review and this breakdown of this wonderful chapter. Hey, this chapter might actually be like a top 10-ish. Like, it's just so much stuff that was jam-packed with the new 4 emperors, Buggy being the emperor, Pluto actually being in play, Odin's father actually being alive. We have the new bounties on Kid Law and Luffy. That just all amazing. Oh, time out. Where's my boy Zoro bounty at? Zoro was supposed to have a bounty. Zoro, he probably gonna be around that 2 billion probably territory. But I'm getting off topic. That was just a great jam-packed, and we also had the first time we ever really saw Green Bull and his design and his character, which is kind of cool. It reminded me of the, like, I don't know, like 90s, 80s anime characters that we used to watch back, like Yu Yu Hakusho type of feel a little bit, just that, like, that gangster but a little punkish little style. But it was great to see his design, and it was great to see him in play instead of just always in a silhouette. And I'm happy to see this fully in effect, and I'm happy to see this fully in effect. It was great to have this wonderful chapter before we have a month hiatus. It's going to be a long month, but we're going to have so much to talk about in that time, because this chapter has us circling around with new possible ideas about what will happen. And guys, if you did like the video, make sure you leave a comment. If you want me to talk about any more things, and if you want to see me open this box of King the Wildfire, please let me know. I've been waiting to open this up. If you want me to do a live reaction of me opening this box, please let me know, because I would definitely do that for you guys. Until the next time, I hope you all have a wonderful June 19th. Happy Father's Day once again to every dad that's out there in the world. Until the next time, my Nakamba, my friends, my family, peace. Was at this point, and then now this is going to be, when, and now this is,
I just was making sure that the computer is still on.
yeah, so,
Okay, thank you.
no problem.
Sounds good.
Oh, thank you.